If you feel like all your constant hard work isn't paying off and you're still in the shape you were at the start of the year, it's time to do something about it. Because if you've got big goals that you want to hit this year, where you don't have to start over every single month, the problem isn't a lack of motivation or discipline. It's that you just don't have a system that is built to help you progress. And it's not about having realistic goals. You need goals that stretch you. You need a reason to do it, and you need strategies that are going to help you progress. Because at the end of the day, you're juggling a lot. You've got work, family commitments, a social life, and getting into the gym. So today we're gonna fix that. And this is exactly what we're gonna do. And if you don't know who I am already, my name is Jack. I coach men to get in better shape. I've coached over 250 guys to get lean, fit, and athletic and feel confident in and out of clothes. So today we're gonna fix your goal setting. We're gonna show you how to write goals in the past tense so that you align it with your identity, how to break down those big, scary, audacious goals into more manageable tasks and 90-day action plans that you can use to smash next year out of the park. And we'll make sure that your environment is set up to help achieve those so that there is no chance you'll fail ever again. And most of you have probably set goals using a SMART system, right? Specific, measurable, actionable, relatable, with a time frame. And sure, whilst they were useful when you were younger and you didn't have other responsibilities that were going on, they just aren't enough for you to push to achieve the goals that you want. They're not big enough. They don't scare you, and you need goals that scare you. Was it shoot for the moon and reach the stars? Something like that is the term. And one of the reasons that I particularly don't like using SMART goals is that there's very often little hooks. There's no anchor that holds you to that goal as you want to move forward. There's no emotional buy-in, which is one of the biggest reasons that men don't change. And by having just outcome-based goals, you don't have a process that will allow you to consistently progress towards the goals you have. This is why you need outcome goals and process goals at the same time. And we don't want just to have a couple of task lists that you have written somewhere on your office where you're like, I want to work towards those. You need to be able to break them down into consistent, actionable daily tasks that are going to add up to create those big goals in the future. And we do this using a journaling method where you will spend 15 to 20 minutes writing down what your goal is that you want to achieve heading into the new year. And you're going to structure it like it's already happened. So you're going to write in the past tense about the current year. Now, I know that seems confusing, but ultimately that allows you to journal as if the tasks and the goals have already been completed. And that's going to fill you with so much emotion, so much excitement, and that you'll go and write big, scary, audacious goals. And by doing so, we create that buy-in, we create that anchor that allows you to feel even more excited about it. And the task is there to really stretch you. It's there to write down things that might be scary. But the biggest thing you want to take away from this is being honest with yourself, not judging yourself for what you're writing or doubting what you write in the moment that you do. This is very similar to creating a mood board where you have long-term goals, short-term goals, and things that you aspire to be like, right? We all have these actors, athletes that we all look up to. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Alex Hormozy, maybe Cristiano Ronaldo, football players or athletes that you aspire to act like and like. And if you don't have somebody like that, it's probably worth just sitting down for 5 minutes and thinking about people that you do look up to. I, for one, have my own mentors as well that I look up to. And this brain dump is an opportunity just to vent, get everything out and down on paper, all the things you wish you would achieve, all the things that you would aspire to be like. You want these to stretch you, like not just, oh, it'd be nice to lose a little bit of weight, but like, I want to lose 15 to 20 kilos by X date. I want to have visible abs when I go on holiday with my family, because if I do this, I'm going to fall into a better job position. I'm going to be well respected within my industry. I'm going to feel more attractive to the opposite sex, and I'm going to be happier and more confident and more disciplined and more motivated. And we want to really start to think about pushing that emotional weight to these goals. Because one of the best things that the brain can do is visualize. And by journaling these points, creating a mood board allows you to expand the visual aspects of these goals. And by bringing them to the forefront of your brain more often, by placing them somewhere up on your wall, somewhere up on your wall that you can see more often, means you're far more likely to consistently work towards it. It's that common thing that what you see in front of you is something you're always going to want to recognize and see. Whereas if you write these goals down, put them in a cupboard and lock them away, how are you ever going to work towards them? How are you ever going to stay motivated when you don't want to? Part of the reason here is that up on this wall, I've got a couple of motivational posters and a contract with myself about what I want to act like, who I want to be, who are the people I'm going to lean on, and the goals that I have. And this is why the journaling and the brain dumping and building a mind map of what I want to achieve in 2026, what I want to achieve in the new year is so useful. So write these goals down, and you've spent some time just reflecting what you've written. You're going to take these aspirations that you have and goals for the year, and you're going to think about, well, cool, if I want to achieve them at the end of 2026, if I want to achieve them by the end of the year, what does the next 6 months have to look like for me to be halfway? And then you can break those down into further chunks. What do I have to be in 3 months? What do I have to be in 90 days? Because this allows you to take those outcomes we spoke about at the start and turn them into processes. What do I have to do monthly? What do I have to do weekly? What do I have to do daily to work towards achieving those goals? Now, one of the ones that I've set for myself is I want to work with at least 40 men every single month. Now, for me to do that, I have to have a number of conversations, a number of sales calls, because at the end of the day, I can't beat them. I have to track these numbers. And I don't mind telling you that because I'm pretty open with how I run my business, and you should understand it too. Like, it's a numbers, just like trying to lose weight. If you eat less and exercise more, you're going to put yourself in a calorie deficit with great sleep quality, high protein diet, reducing your stress as much as you can. You will consistently lose 0.5 kilo to 1 kilo a week and be in better shape by the start of summer. It is a known fact that if you do those things, you are likely to achieve the goals that you want when it comes to getting in better shape. And so what do you have to do to lose weight? Well, you need to train consistently. So what days are you going to train? What times a day are you going to train? What does food quality look like? How often are you going to be socializing? What is the number of drinks you might set as a limit? By having these strategies in place, you're far more likely to stick with them. And by taking those processes, you can then turn them into those outcomes that you want to achieve. Because we know that motivation is fleeting, right? There's a classic line, everyone knows that. So what happens when the motivation dips? What are you going to do? Well, this is where you fall back on that visualization, that mood board of the goals you want to achieve, because it's in front of your face. It's somewhere that you will look often. For myself, I'm above my desk. For others, it could be at the office. It could be at home in the kitchen. Little reminders of where you're going to place focus to work towards the goals that you have. And then it's about making sure you audit yourself. Now, it can be uncomfortable to look and reflect and sit back at what the last 6 months, 90 days has looked like, especially if you know you've been letting yourself off the hook. And this is where having accountability really helps. If you don't already know, there is a link below where you can apply for coaching spots. It's the start of the year. What a better time to work towards getting in better shape. And if you don't already know, there's a link below this YouTube video in the description where you can apply for a coaching spot to get help and accountability achieving the goals that you've got for this coming year. By auditing yourself, it's a wake-up call. It gives you an opportunity to look at where you're progressing, where you're letting yourself off the hook, and make a difference to act in a way that's going to help you achieve those goals. With awareness comes change. But if you're not aware of the decisions you're making on a day-to-day basis, how do you know that something needs to change to work towards these goals? The thing I want to leave you with is the fact that hope is not a strategy. You can't just hope to lose weight, because that means you're disempowering yourself to make the changes that you want. You're sitting there waiting for somebody else to come and solve it. The analogy of mum will come and save me comes to mind. And I see this a lot with guys that talk about themselves in a negative way, disempower themselves in their decision making. So if you really want to change in the next year, 3 things need to happen. You need to set big, audacious, scary goals, break them down into daily and weekly tasks to do, and talk about yourself more positively with empowering language about the things that you want to achieve and smash the next year. And I hope you found this useful. If you have, please drop me a comment about what your goals are below. It'd be awesome to hear what it is you want to achieve. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to this YouTube video. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'll catch you guys in the next one.